Welcome to Counters. At this point, we are looking at accrued expense. What is accrued expense? Accrued expense is an expense that you have incurred but have not paid it yet. So accrued expense is a liability. And a liability is what you owe someone. So I've got a quick example here. Rent of 500 Rand for December 2016 is still due. Now, whenever you've incurred that expense and you have not paid it yet, you have to take it into account and you have to do a transaction for it. So now we have not paid. We've incurred the rental expense of 500 Rand, but we have not paid it. So it's an accrued expense, liability. So we're going to debit the expense itself, accrued expense, because we've incurred it, the expense, and then we're going to credit rent payable, which is a liability, because liabilities increase on the credit side. And we're going to put 500. So that is on the 31st of December when we have incurred the expense and have not paid it yet. 500. Then we have 500 there. Now, let's say that on the 5th of January, they pay that rent expense. So this is the 5th of January. So how do we adjust that journal entry? We're going to debit rent payable because now we are reducing the liability, which we know that the liability is reduced on the debit side. So rent payable of 500 Rand. And then what do we credit? We credit bank or cash because that's where the money is coming from, and bank decreases on the credit side. So the money is decreasing from our bank account because we're using it to pay the rent, the accrued expense. So that's it for the transactions for accrued expense. Accrued expense is a liability. And I will put the link to the previous video below, which speaks about prepaid expense, and you'll be able to understand the difference between prepaid expense and accrued expense. You can comment below, subscribe and like the video for more videos like this, and I would like to hear your thoughts about it. Till next time, cheers.